After school, went straight to undergrad medicine here at Monash, and then in med school kind of realised I had a passion for business, and at 21 started the first Mexican restaurant that became Zambrero Group, and expanded the group across the nation and now pushing internationally. We've gone to 30 by the end of this year and 60 by the end of next. We'll move to well over 100 the year after that, and in the next 12 months we're pushing our borders past Australia into Singapore. The money that we made from this actually went into my next stage of career, which was in aid work, and went to the Asia Pacific region, and we built 15 schools in Sri Lanka and onward. And then I came back to Australia, largely diversified my interest past burritos and went into alternative energy and now into biotech, and started One Disease at a Time, which is simply an organisation to eliminate a disease out of this country, and we're starting off with scabies, kicked off in East Arnhem Land about a year ago. Watching us have a real impact on this disease has been absolutely fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Look, what drives me is adventure and discovery. These are the things that make me happy, and I think at an early stage in my life I had introspect to realise that these are the things that I needed to do to be happy. My mum came from a little village in rural Sri Lanka, and she was able to completely live her life by the motto, expand your life to the limits of your mind and expand your mind to the limits of your life. And she was able to do that and get 5 degrees, and education liberated her from a village in Sri Lanka all the way to Australia as an amazing economist. I look back on her legacy, and I'd like to think that perhaps if I work really hard, then I would also be someone who people would see as someone who challenged the limits, and these limits and fears that we often have, I think are illusions, and I would like to have lived a life where I challenged those limits and fears throughout my time. What makes me happy is adventure and discovery, and for that reason I like to be at the helm of, or at the forefront of something, and as a doctor, an aid worker and an entrepreneur, I find that the three cross in where we're going with biotechnology, where we're really moving into medical mastery, and I think that a vision and energy is required to kind of really fulfill this. I had this sense that great things were possible when I started out in my career, and I guess my advice would be that that fire is not to be betrayed, and through the skills that you learn at Monash University and through your career, learn how to give that fire shape, purpose and reality, because no matter what our futures, at the dawn of our lives we believed in great expectations and what was possible in life.